The Boy Who Read Things to Life. Fluffy, the Alligator. Eli Barnes loved to read. He didn't just read for fun. He didn't just read to pass the time. He read because something very strange happened when he opened a book. Things came to life. Not in the jump off the page and run around the room way. No, Eli's brain was so vivid, so buzzing with imagination, that after he finished a story, something from the book would appear in the real world. It was like his brain whispered to the universe, "Hey, that was cool. Let's make it real." And the universe said, "Sure. Why not?" The first time it happened, Eli was reading a fantasy book about a girl with shimmering ocean blue hair. The next morning, his sister Lucy came down for breakfast with bright blue hair. "What did you do?" Lucy shrieked at Eli, pointing at her head. Eli blinked. "I read about it?" Lucy stomped upstairs, muttering something about hair dye, magic, and annoying little brothers. Another time, Eli read a home renovation mystery novel. The main character had their very own bathroom. The next day, right there in the hallway between Eli's room and Lucy's room, stood a brand new bathroom. Eli almost cried from happiness. No more standing outside the door while Lucy got ready for 37 minutes every morning. No more finding her long hairs wrapped around the sink. No more horror of seeing her hair stuck to his toothbrush. It was the greatest thing that had ever happened to him. Until, of course, Lucy started trying to borrow his bathroom. But that's another story. Now, Eli had made a game of it. Every weekend, he'd pick a book, read it all the way through, and wait to see what would happen in real life. That Saturday morning, he plopped into his beanbag chair with a brand new book called Perfect Pets for You. He'd been wanting a dog for ages. He could picture it now. Floppy ears, wagging tail, big happy eyes. He'd throw a ball, it would come running back. They would be best friends. So, Eli read the puppy chapter extra slowly, picturing his perfect pooch. But then, he flipped to the Animals That Don't Make Good Pets chapter. There was a big picture of an alligator with the words, "Definitely not cuddly." Eli chuckled and moved on. But maybe, just maybe, he'd spent a bit too long staring at that scaly green face. That afternoon, when Eli got home, his dad was waiting at the door, grinning from ear to ear. "Eli, you're not going to believe this," Dad said. "An animal rescue team came to my work today. And, well, we adopted a pet." Eli's heart jumped. "Is it a puppy?" "Not exactly," Dad said, stepping aside. Out waddled an alligator, wearing a sparkly red collar. "This is Fluffy," Dad said proudly. "Fluffy?" Eli gasped. Fluffy blinked at him and wagged, well, not a tail exactly, more of a slow, lazy swish. At first, Eli was nervous, but Fluffy turned out to be surprisingly cuddly. Sure, he was scaly. Sure, he had about 1,000,000 teeth, but he loved bubble baths. Which was how Eli discovered a problem. Remember that private bathroom Eli had gotten from the home renovation book? Well, now he had to share it with an alligator. There was never room in the tub anymore. Fluffy always hogged the space, lounging like a king in mountains of bubbles. And somehow, Eli never figured out how Fluffy used up all the good bubble bath. One evening, Eli leaned against the bathroom door, listening to Fluffy splashing inside. He thought about Lucy's blue hair. He thought about the magical bathroom. And now, a bubble-loving alligator. Maybe the universe didn't always give you exactly what you imagined, but sometimes what you got was even better. "Hey, Fluffy," Eli called. "Save me some bubbles this time." There was a splash, a happy grunt, and a mountain of bubbles spilled under the door. Eli laughed. He couldn't wait to pick his next book. The end. If you had fun meeting Fluffy today, give this video a thumbs up so we can have more bubble baths. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell so you never miss the next magical story.